Hey, let me go ahead and record this video, okay, boo? Okay. My baby, she wanted to join us really quickly. So say hey, girl.
Hey.
Welcome to my channel. This is my S Banksta channel. I wanted to come on here very quickly to make a video that's kind of been on my mind for maybe the past couple of months. It's really been heavy like the past couple of 3 days, like 3 days or so. Here, let me just say what it is. I'm talking about Lilith and I'm talking about Eve, and I'm pretty much just talking about two types of women. And I'm saying two types of women, I'm meaning biologically female. I mean, this has been on my mind for a while, so I'm gonna link some videos that I've seen from like other YouTubers when they discuss Lilith. But I have a certain understanding of Lilith. I had this conversation with my mom. I don't remember why we started mentioning Lilith when we would talk about like the good book. Like Lilith is not mentioned in the good book. And I don't know how Lilith is a part of mythology, but I could understand if Lilith was written out of the good book. I can understand that. So anyway, this, again, very short video. These are kind of things that are just on my mind, and I really want to share it to my S Banksta channel because I'm only going to have a few more videos, I think, like this on my S Banksta channel. There are two types of women. So you have like the goddess Lilith, I'll read the little like mythology, just a little snippet from Wikipedia. So this is not like official or anything. But then you have Eve, and Eve is not what I would consider a goddess. Eve is what I would consider my own interpretation, right? As Banksta channel, this is just Zena talking. Eve is who I would consider a Stepford wife. So I can go ahead and like link a preview to the movie, like Stepford Wives or whatever, but they're like really pristine, prim and proper. They're so perfect. They grocery shop perfectly. There's never a hair out of place. Their husbands are happy. They're robots is what they are. Okay? That's what they are. They're robot wives. Okay? So if you're in high enough society, you can afford a robot wife. So spoiler alert, sorry. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Stepford Wives. So again, making this video really quickly. Let me take my glasses off because the blue reflection is just, ugh. I'm talking about Lilith and Eve. So I want to kind of just really quickly read from what I'm seeing here on the computer. There's like a little snippet, and I just kind of want to read from like the snippet. You can't see the full screen, so there we go. We have Lilith right here. She's entangled with the snake, just off the symbolism here. I can also put this image like on the screen, but like just off this image here, she has the red curly hair. And I just want to say that low-key, this wig, okay? Low-key, this is my Lilith wig, okay? I just want to say that right now because I always imagine Lilith like as red curly hair, big afro like curly hair. That's what I imagine, and that's kind of like what she's looking like in this image, and I think it's very fitting for this wig I chose for fall 2022. Anyway, okay, so Lilith is a female figure in Mesopotamian Judaic mythology, alternatively the first wife of Adam and supposedly the primordial she-demon. Lilith is cited as having been banished from the Garden of Eden for not complying with and obeying Adam. She is thought to be mentioned in biblical Hebrew in the book of Isaiah and in the late antiquity in Mandaean mythology and Jewish mythology sources from 500 CE onward. Let me put my glasses on because that's probably why I'm struggling to read. Okay. Lilith appears in historiolas in various concepts and localities that give partial descriptions of her. She is mentioned in the Babylonian Talmud, in the book of Adam and Eve as Adam's first wife, and in the Zohar Leviticus as a hot, fiery female who first cohabited with man. Many traditional rabbinic authorities, including Maimonides and reject existence of Lilith. So lots of sources reject the existence of Lilith, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about me and my interpretation of Lilith versus Eve. In some Jewish folklore, such as the satirical alphabet of Sirach, Lilith appears as Adam's first wife, who was created at the same time and from the same clay as Adam. The legend of Lilith developed extensively during the Middle Ages. in the tradition of Agadah, the Zohar, and Jewish mysticism. For example, in the 11th century writings of Isaac ben Jacob HaKohen, Lilith left Adam after she refused to become subservient to him, and then would not return to the Garden of Eden after she had coupled with the archangel Shamael. Okay, that's all I'm going to read on the Lilith lore. Like the Lilith, not Lilith lore, but you know, the Lilith, like, what am I trying to say? Like the Lilith, that's all I'm going to read on when it comes to the Lilith, like, myth. I don't need to read on the Adam and Eve myth because we already know that Eve was made from the rib of Adam's bone. So my question, or the thing that I've basically come to realize after my initiation into goddesshood, my 2 years of isolation, which I might make a video like that later on, I don't know, but I've learned a lot in my isolation, and I have come to the conclusion that there are two types of women that walk this earth. And of course, all women can switch back and forth between Lilith and Eve, but at least when I'm looking at myself, I know I'm Lilith heavy, and I know I'm more in alignment with the fate of the Lilith archetype than I am with the fate of the Eve archetype. So I just want to break down my thoughts a little bit. I would generally like open a video like this up and open the comment sections up, but y'all are dry. Like the folks that are subscribed to my channel, I don't know if y'all are the same ones that were subscribed like 5 years ago, but y'all are quiet. Y'all don't talk anymore. So usually I would open like the comment section up for like discussion, but this is just going to be a video. I'm always open to discussion, but I'm not going to force anybody to talk to me if they're not talking to me. So I'll leave the comment section open like I always do, but you know, everyone's free to do whatever the hell they do or don't want to do. So for me and my interpretation of what goes down between Lilith and Eve is that I remember a long time ago someone was doing this like, there was this 3 of Cups, like there's these 3 black girls and they do like a 3 of Cups meeting or something like that. Like I don't tune in anymore because I just feel like I'm kind of on a higher level than that. But they did kind of have, back in the day, like a video on Lilith, and they kind of did a breakdown on what each of the 3 different women thought Lilith was and their approach and all that good stuff. Well, I have my own ideas about Lilith. And Lilith is a goddess, in my opinion, a goddess who had to reject, she had to reject the entire garden because Adam was trying to put her in a position. Basically, Adam was trying to put Lilith in Eve's position, and Lilith was like, hell no, because you see the mythology, Lilith appears as Adam's first wife, who was created at the same time and from the same clay as Adam. They're equals. But Adam being Adam, because we know how men are, Adam being Adam just cannot stand having an equal in a woman body. Like that just, for some reason, Adam just cannot live with that. To this very day, 2022, Adam cannot stand having a woman equal. Fine. So there's no equality. So Lilith scurried off. Lilith went to go do her thing because she can. Lilith can do her own thing. Lilith does not need Adam to build her life. Lilith does not need Adam to do what the hell she wants to do. She doesn't answer to Adam. She answers to Lilith. And it's funny because when I look at Eve and I look at how Eve was constructed, Eve was made from the rib of Adam's bones. So she naturally is much more, even though it's the same clay, you know, it's a programmed version basically. So Eve is a programmed version of the natural woman that Lilith is. I'm going to say that one more time. Eve is a programmed version of the natural woman that Lilith is. And I just want to say that like slow as hell, maybe give you like a second or two to kind of ruminate on that, because this is how I'm understanding this life as I walk in this 3D world. Because I'm already aware that like everybody is like on their phones, they're in the metaverse, they're thinking that the internet is real life. Meanwhile, real life is out here lifing. Real life is out here doing the damn thing and still being brutal, still being just as natural and chaotic as it always was, while everybody else is trying to get into the program. Everyone else is trying to get into the program and get deeper ingrained into the program. So there's like chaotic energy and there's programmable order energy. So what we're really talking about when we talk about these two types of women is that there's like the Lilith archetype and there's the Eve archetype. If you're looking at me and you were going to categorize me into one of the two, I would fall under the Lilith archetype. But what is the fate of the Lilith archetype? Lilith doesn't settle down. I'm not saying that all women who like portray their Lilith aspects are like they never get married or anything like that. I'm just saying that the archetype of Lilith does not settle down. The archetype of Eve is programmed to do exactly that. That kind of sounds bad. I'm like, that actually kind of sounds bad when you say it like that, but that's the truth. The Lilith couldn't be programmed. Lilith was very chaotic, very natural, and she knew she was one with the chaotic energy of the universe. But Adam is not a fan. I don't think Adam has ever been a fan of chaotic feminine energy. I think from the dawn of time, Adam has had a deep-seated jealousy for the natural woman that keeps getting passed down genetically from generation to generation. That's what I truly believe. I believe that men in their actual DNA code harbor a resentment, a jealousy, and an envy of natural women, because the truth of this universe is that men and women are not equal. Lilith knew that, Adam knew that, but tried to do some fuck shit, and so Lilith had to get the hell up out of there. This sounds like very casual. It doesn't sound like a scholarly researched thing. I don't need to be a scholarly researched anything. I'm connected with the universe around us. Okay? These scholars, all they can do is research and study things that other people have written because their sense of intuition is just, I don't know, not there. I really don't know. Maybe their sense of intuition is like, maybe they just don't have it. Maybe they weren't born with intuition, because there's some people who are on this earth who are very powerful, and some people who are on this earth who just leech off of powerful people and have to bite off of what they do and steal what they do and try to repackage it and frame it as if it's their own. So again, I'm not trying to make this into like a whole like lesson or lecture, because it's not a lesson or lecture. Sorry, I'm just moving my tripod because I'm thinking if I just change maybe the angle, I can get some of the blue off of my glasses. I don't want to keep taking them off and putting them back on. But Lilith doesn't need to be told what to do, and Lilith can build kingdoms, empires, all that on her own. She's going to obviously use the resources that are available to her. She's going to use the environment around her. But Eve is going to lean on Adam. Eve is going to lean on Adam. So again, this is not a lecture, but I will just say this one piece. There are two types of women. There are the Lilith women and there are the Eve women. The Eve women are in relationships right now. The Lilith women are probably single right now. I'm just saying, like as a very general overview, Lilith women are likely single and doing well, and Eve women are likely in a relationship and doing whatever she needs to do to make sure that she's by Adam's side. And those are the two types of women that we have. And so now that I've grown up, I'm a grown woman now, officially. Like I became an officially totally grown woman in the year 2022. Now that I'm a grown woman, I'm looking around and I keep looking, even though I have this Lilith energy on me, I have this Lilith archetype on me, I keep approaching relationships with an Eve mentality. But that's not for me. Even when I get into relationships, I can only last in the relationship for so long before actually getting bored. And I don't know, Eve doesn't get bored with Adam. I don't think Eve doesn't get bored with Adam, but Lilith does. Lilith, there's so much more that this world has to offer than Adam can. And it's a little funny to me, the symbolism and how these things kind of line up, because I'm like, I keep looking for these Eve type relationships, It's not going to happen for me. Like, I'm never gonna be the type of woman who's waiting for my man, just holding my man down. I'm just not that type of woman. I'm not. I'm the type of woman who's a go-getter. I like to make decisions. I like to see something. I like it. I want it. I get it. I'm not looking for Adam so I can ask Adam if it's okay with him. Like, I just have shit to do. I have a life to live. I have moves to make. Adam can join me or he can stay his ass in the garden, but I'm gonna be off either way. So this is a very short video. I think it's a discussion piece, but again, I don't know what y'all do anymore. I don't know what's really going on YouTube, and that's why this is like one of my last videos like this. Because that's what I started this channel as. I started this channel as like my spiritual like journey, but my spiritual journey is kind of in a different place now. You know, I'm a single mother, you know, I'm living like Lilith right now. And so much when I was doing like my life coaching and things like that, I was giving advice, and it's like, you gotta stop, because you're giving Lilith advice to Eve women. And it's not measuring up. It's not measuring up because it's just not meant to. There's a place on this earth for Lilith women. There's a place on this earth for Eve women. And I can accept, now that I'm grown up, I can accept, like, you know, Lilith has a certain fate. It may not be rosy posy, we end up in the garden together. Like, Lilith doesn't end up in the garden like with somebody, you know? And I don't know if she was banished from the garden, but I know Lilith had shit to do. And Eve doesn't have anything to do except wait on Adam. So those are the two types of women you have on this earth. And again, I'm speaking to women who are biological women. I am not doing the tranny, half man, half woman, like that superficial bullshit where you feel like a woman, so you just need everybody around you to start validating your literal delusions. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about people who go and get breast implants and then also walk around biologically with the penis they were born with. That's not a woman. I don't know what nature you're talking about. Maybe in society that qualifies as a woman, because in society, a woman is programmed a certain way. So that works. A man can change his costume and call himself a woman, and in society be accepted as a woman, because society is not natural. Society is just programs, just manipulation, just control, and just order. That's all it is. The society that we live in is built on lies and deceit and order and manipulation. Okay? So that's why I follow the natural code of things. I do live in the society, obviously. I play these societal games so I can be a contribution to society or whatever. I do my part. I play the Eve stuff. But at the core and at my heart, it's Lilith. And I know that in my life, when I look for like my next goal and I'm setting my sights on something next, literally 10 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with a man. I have opened myself up in like the recent months, and I'm like, oh, now I'm prepared and I'm ready for a committed relationship. And that's true. But the way Eve does relationships is not my way. Eve is okay with being with Adam, even if Adam is for the streets. Eve is okay with being with Adam, even if Adam likes other Adams. Eve puts up with a lot more shit from Adam, and Lilith doesn't put up with any shit from Adam. Okay? So if you ask me, there's one type of man and two types of women. That's a very simplified view, but in the interest of keeping this video short as hell, that's how I see it. So I am a Lilith archetype, and kind of as we're moving on into 2023, I'm going to be moving away from the talking, lecturing style of these videos, and I'm just going to go into making videos about like how I run my life and how I manage my life by myself as a single woman with a baby. I have a family that I have to watch. I have a home I have to take care of. I mean, these are all things that I had to learn through nature, even though because I didn't get the Eve programming. I never really got the full Eve programming. I got it through movies. I got it through like watching my friends in relationships, but it wasn't passed down to me from my matron. My matron, my own mother on this earth did not teach me how to be Eve. She herself is a very Lilith woman. Her mother is a very Lilith woman. And that's where I'm descended from. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video there. Again, very short. This is up to you. You can think whatever you want to think. I'm just sharing what I think. And that's it. I think there's two types of women. I think you have Lilith versus Eve. I think Eve is a programmed woman. She's much more fit to survive in society, do well in society, have all the pieces in order to look as if she is where she's supposed to be, because she's programmed to be in the society that she's in. Lilith doesn't work with any of that shit. She follows the natural order. She's a little bit more chaotic. She's a little bit more wild. She's unpredictable. All these things I'm describing myself, basically. So those are the two types of women, in my opinion. I would love to hear other people's opinions. If people share their opinions anymore in 2022, I don't know. I don't know if people share their own opinions or if people are just on TikTok following the common trend right now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But that's my take. And if you watch to the end, thank you as always. Oh, and a special thank you to anybody who subscribed to my channel as of December 3rd, 2022. I thank you if you found or you felt some sort of pull or some sort of connection to have you subscribe to my channel in the past. I also just kind of want to let you know here that if you were subscribed to my channel specifically for like biblical content or Hebrew Israelite content or stuff like that, I just want to let you know now I'm moving away from that. I'm moving in a different direction. This is my YouTube channel and I want to take it way back. Like, this is a video making platform. Like TikTok, yes, is a video making platform, but that's cute for short media projects. Like YouTube, I can make hour-long videos on YouTube if I want to. And I'm using it to speak to people about life when they're really not that interested in the natural life anyway. So again, these are the last couple of videos I'll be making. I'll probably go out to December 2022, just making some of these, a few more of these like videos where I'm sitting here and talking like this. But from that point on, like 2023 on, you're gonna see more maybe like home video style footage. It's gonna be more like, it's me and my baby, and I'm raising a baby on my own, and I would rather have memories of that in my chronology of YouTube than just me talking to like audience members about stuff that they probably don't care about anyway. So anyway, that's just where I'm at. That's just where I'm at with that mentally. Again, thank you if you've been subscribed, but I am going to go in a different direction. I don't know if you'll like the content, but I'm not making content for anybody to like. This is for me. This is why, like, even on my Twitter page, I don't tweet stuff that people will like. I tweet my thoughts because I need to do that for my own sanity, for my own mental health. I need to do that. And so that's what I use Twitter for. And now I have a place where I can make home videos and upload memories and keep track of them. So that's what I'm going to be using YouTube now, my YouTube channel for now. If you want to join me for that ride, you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to leave. You're welcome to do whatever the hell you want to do because you're a free human being and you choose. You always choose what you want to do. So if you want to stay subscribed, I appreciate you. If you do not want to stay subscribed, I appreciate you for the time and attention that you've given me in the past. And I'm looking forward to a different direction. I'm looking forward to just living my life, documenting it, and maybe sharing some of those moments on this channel. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video soon.